What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You're now listening to another episode of We're All Screwed Up Podcast, episode number 35.
Dance, 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 dance with you.
See, I'm definitely, on my podcast tip. I'm in a whole new, I have a whole different background going on. And shout out to me. I just feel like shout out to me. As you guys can see, I have my little merch going on. I feel like I'm so cute because I know that greatness is in store for me, right? And I just want to say really quickly to any small content creator or anyone that's like working on their business, I feel like you should keep going. Don't let people's negativity or what people might be thinking about you deter you and stop you from where you need to go. Okay, don't let that bring you down, because I'm fighting honestly so much anxiety and so much fear that I've always had as a young girl, to even speak. I feel like I'm having a lot of courage, and it's one of the main reasons why I started my podcast. I started my podcast, and it's named We're All Screwed Up, because I know deep down inside that nobody's perfect, and I was just so sick and of seeing people put on a facade as if that's really who they are. And honestly, what also triggered it was once, honestly, when I saw everything that was occurring with the whole Diddy situation and all these celebrities, their rich lives just falling apart right there. I was like, you know what, we're all screwed up. I literally was like, we're all screwed up. I feel like we're all screwed up. Like, there's nothing, nobody can convince me about otherwise. The fact that we're all screwed up, that nobody is perfect, and we all have things that we don't like, that we're working within ourselves, that we would like to correct. And me personally, I feel like I love who I am, because I know that there's things that I only tell people what I allow them to know. I've become so closed off from the world and from society as a whole that I just don't feel, the need to even do that with people anymore. I've been going through my own, I would say, my own spiritual journey, my own emotional, mental journey. I'm going through some things internally that, I'm working on myself, and I'm having God work on me about it. And letting God, just direct my future and direct me, because certain things that, I've transpired in my life, I just know that it's not me. I'm a very strong woman. Particularly, I'm a very strong woman of God, and I'm very sure of myself, and I take pride in being old-fashioned and old school, and I just take pride in being who I am as a human, like as a person. I'm not of this world, and certain things that have transpired in my life had me, deter me going certain ways, and, thinking about, different outcomes and possibilities. And right now, my main focus is my show, my podcast. This is literally my show, my podcast, my content creation, which leads me to talk about like what's been transpiring with Zeus Network. So I know, thank you to my supporters, but I haven't been filming as much, and it's been very hard to film when it comes to things like Zeus Network, because of the things that are just transpiring that are just absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So moving out of the podcasty part, which I definitely will pick up, but I feel like the things that are occurring, I feel like, Zeus Network is on a downfall. I feel like Zeus Network is definitely on a downfall, which is why I say we're all screwed up. There's so much things going on that aspect and that side of the world of the Zeus, what they call the Zeus Network world, that everything is low key falling apart. Rollie announced that she's quitting. Summer was assaulted, but I did see on social media that she has like some type of update, which I told you guys, it's so hard for me to literally like let those type of people speak just in general. I was talking to my friend today, and we both agreed that the way society just thinks about things, the things that society just allow in a whole, the stuff that, the things that people allow in the society with the violence and the chaos and the constant, people are starting to have their complaints about Baddies or Zeus Network and all, because I feel like it's repetitive. It's turning into the same thing. Even with Jocelyn's Cabaret, for a little while, it wasn't so violent, maybe here and there, 'cause there's always some type of fight going on Jocelyn's Cabaret, but now it's starting to slowly pick back up again. Last Sunday's episode of Baddies, I guess it was, what it was, Natalie, and we have to see Scotty trying to make it up. And, we're just seeing a lot of pointless thing at this point, y'all. I'm just like, what is Baddies for? Like, I don't know what we're doing at this point. It's just become a mess. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at what's been going on in this network. I missed you guys. I haven't been filming. Flo's been working on Flo. You're getting Flo right. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe because Florita keeps it real. It says Natalie Nunn explains how she was told how Jasmine Renee was talking about her on the jet. When I tell you guys, look, the fact that these women are so grown and this is the type of stuff that we have to deal with, like I can see the LOL. So it's like, but okay. So she put, but I was told the whole time you talk mess about me on the jet, LOL. But called me the night before and I had to approve of you flying because Dolly and I was getting on the jet. This is so crazy to me. I have so many things I'm gonna be speaking up about. It's like she does, feel some type of way and she gets jealous, like right here saying nothing moves unless I say so. Like, Natalie, definitely been having. Because I'm so very tired of this dirty. So it seems like she got her teeth done. Seemed like she got her teeth done. Or am I wrong, y'all? But I heard that the security, what I'm saying, knocked her upside her head because she hit she spit in the security's face. You guys, I don't know. This is so hard for me to talk about. All these new baddies coming in with like this weird new unnecessary drama. It's so cringe. It's really so cringe. Like, dude, bruh, the stuff people, I can't. All right, you guys, that last video was so freaking cringe. But anyway, that's the stuff. When I was younger, I didn't think about how I looked when I would go off and stuff like that. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like now these girls, they're like 23, 24 years old. Well, some of them are already like 45 and stuff like that, which is no shade to being 40 because I'm 31. But I'm just like, I don't think I want to. I'm just so grateful for my safe haven. I'm so grateful for the things that God allows me and blesses me with. And I'm just so grateful as a whole for the type of person that I am because I work so hard. Like, I literally work so hard to get everything that I have. And I feel like I spent most of my life always concerned about what the next person would think or say about me. And I feel like I don't care. Like, I don't care if you're driving a jet or you're like a complete billionaire. You're literally not doing better than me if you're not happy. Because happy people are not worried about what everybody else is doing. Happy people are not sitting up there being vindictive and manipulative and thinking of ways to take advantage of people. I feel like I've always been a hard worker, and it's very hard for me to even ask for help. I promise you, I might ask you for like 20 bucks, but I'm the type of person to like get that 20 bucks within like maybe like an hour, like 40 minutes, and then text you, hey, yo, I ended up getting it. Never mind. Just me doing that is just so freaking cringe to me. And, this year, I promised myself, even last year, I promised myself that I'm about to go full throttle. And the way I have been going full throttle, sometimes, it's embarrassing, right? When you got like this, like for me, I know I'm on my fitness journey. I mean, I have the shark gear or the whatever that's called, the shark gym shark. I mean, I have all the fancy equipment. I wear the same, gym clothes like all the freaking time. On my social media, I always got like the same thing wearing, I'm just like this. We live in a day and age where, it's just pointless the things people worry about. All that matters is investing in yourself. Whatever you invest in yourself, whatever you have in yourself, I'm learning to not share it with the world, not having to share my kindness and my genuineness with the world. Sometimes like you can't even like talk to somebody, like they'll expect everything for you to do and they can't even, pick up the phone call and have a conversation with you or, like I'm noticing like I really do be investing my energy into people that don't really deserve me. Say I was to go into the dating world. This dating world, the way society is so messed up. It's so cringe now. We live in a very much what can you do for me type of world. Like, a society where men, they live off of women or they expect women to act very masculine. They expect women to pick up the things that a man is supposed to do. All I'm doing is constantly looking up medieval stories, and I'm just be founded at the fact that, like men back in the day, like there was no complaining. There was no, oh, I need to borrow $20 from you. I need to borrow $50 from you. Men back in the day got up and they made it happen. There was people getting like disemboweled. Like, I don't even want to say the word if it's not okay on here, but I'm saying, and they weren't like shedding a tear. Like, we live in such just an odd time. The women are working 40 hours and busting their behinds and then turning around and giving it to the man while the man sits there and cheats or, just wants, has these weird ideologies and expectations. Like, it's so weird. And then the women are out here, just, I don't know, we live in a very loose, promiscuous world where, it's like, F it, I'm gonna think like a man, so I'm gonna just go ahead and lay down with everybody. Then here comes all the unnecessary stuff that we don't want to have to deal with as women. But I just feel like these men and nowadays, they just leave women with no recourse whatsoever. The expectations men have, and it's just crazy. Judging a woman and some of the predicaments that y'all men are in nowadays, judging other people is just wild to me. That's why I'm making this specific episode really for me, so that when I become successful, I can come back to this video and I can be like, I can't believe how far I come. I'm already tripping on myself now because you guys, if I all the videos I've made throughout the last year or two, you guys see a different background. You definitely see different things slowly. Starting off from one subscriber to the amount that I have now. Being okay with sometimes getting views and not getting views, because I understand that whoever's eyes my video is supposed to land on, they will land on. Social media is also very fake. It's a world where people can literally make it seem like they're living a life that they're not. And one thing I love about me and my podcast is that I'm very real. I'm very honest about a lot of things. There is I'm a very much read between the lines type of person. I understand that now at 31. I understand I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not going to be interesting to everybody. I will get on people's nerves. People will love me. People will come to me to hear what I talk about from different parts of the world. People will appreciate me. People will comment and tell me how much they love me, even though it's been years and they're still rocking with me. As much negativity as there is, God is showing me that there's always going to be positivity around me, because I'm such a good person. I feel like I'm such a good person. And I feel like if you had a bad experience with me, you absolutely 100% had it coming. Because, I'm not a person that, gets or feels some type of way unless you bring it out of me. You really got to bring it out of me. I feel like you really do got to bring it out of me. I think that, and I wouldn't say that's just a Taurus thing. I think that's just my personality. You really have to bring it out of me. You really have to bring it out of me. And if you bring it out of me, you're not going to like it. You're going to think I'm like a horrible person. And it's like, no, I've been putting up with this. I've been letting it slide and slide and slide. And you keep thinking it's okay to play with me. And now that I'm not understanding, now I'm this wretched villain, and it's okay. Sometimes villains make the greatest movies. So I'm not really too perturbed by that. Other than that, y'all, I've been on a fitness journey, spiritual journey. You might see me all dolled up. You might see me in a do-rag. You might see whatever. The principle of all of this is my words, right? It's my commentary, my conversation. I definitely appreciate all and each and every single one of you that tune in. Even if it's one person, I'm so grateful for you guys tuning in and listening and tapping into what I got to say. A lot of my interviews, my podcast have been on a halt. I just feel like I kind of owe this to my supporters. Like, where have you been? So it's been on a halt. Definitely been on a hold. I have a lot of things that I'm going through that's on my Spotify. That's on my actual like podcast. This is just YouTube, because how YouTube is. They will be monetizing all that, but my podcast, I definitely I have a whole journey about everything I was going through, especially with my son. My life as a whole, my kids, just everything. But yeah, it's been quite a journey. I've been working on myself, my fitness journey, like I said, mentally, emotionally. I've been working on myself. I've been really getting myself together, and I don't like to come film if I know I'm not all the way there emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I'm not gonna come film. I'm not gonna post it if it's not right, because I feel like a lot of y'all have been rocking with me for so long. You guys can tell when things are off-putting about me, and I love y'all so much for that. A lot of you in the past used to tell me how, this is my community. So this is my community. Every view, whether people subscribe or not, or unsubscribe, every view is a part of my community, a part of my journey. And I'm very grateful for that. And I always try to promote people. I try to uplift people. I try to take people where I'm going, because, I love the success sometimes, the victories that I get. And in that moment, I'm thinking, dang, I want to share the success and this victory with everybody. And I think that's what makes me such a genuine person. And that's it. That's all I have to say, you guys. I really do appreciate you guys so much for listening and tuning in. And, everything I do, I invest for my show, for myself. And I know that in order to give it to you guys, in order to like produce it and give it to you guys, I understand I have to I have to invest in myself as well. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you guys on the next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you guys on the next episode of We're All Screwed Up Podcast. You guys have a good night.
Keys, no janitor. I'm tryna lock your love, baby. She got the hips, she going crazy. Roll does, I put that in rotation. I only wait for you, baby. I just be thinking like that when they made you. I feel like an astronaut, then I'm floating when I'm with you. I feel like we perfect together. Dance, 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 dance. No time for romance. I never get the chance. Just like the way you move it, baby. You don't understand. You like the